That's a big increase in spending. Overall, Loudoun County Public Schools has a nearly $2.2 billion budget. 7 News spoke to a D.C. ANC commissioner who is disappointed in D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser and her handling of violent crime. Mayor Bowser did not answer 7 News' questions in writing, and she did not make herself available in person to answer 7 News' questions. One of her deputy mayors sent 7 News a statement, but that statement did not answer our specific questions. Lawmakers pointed to Loudoun County, where Superintendent Aaron Spence failed to notify families of student overdoses for weeks, and some of those student overdoses involved fentanyl. Can you tell us why you were traveling when students were overdosing at Parkview High School? Was West Palm Beach too important to be at, sir? This legislation was originally introduced because of Loudoun County Public Schools. They delayed notification to parents about a string of student overdoses for weeks at Parkview High School. So the idea of this legislation was to require schools to notify parents within 24 hours of student overdoses so parents could have conversations with their children about the dangers of fentanyl, the dangers of drugs that may be available in and out of school. Why did it take you so long to notify the public about fentanyl overdoses, sir? Why did it take you so long?
Nick, we're not going to do this tonight.
Are you going to comply with the governor's executive order to notify parents within 24 hours of fentanyl overdoses, sir? Are you going to, in the future, immediately notify the public about fentanyl overdoses happening at schools? Why are you walking away? When are you going to answer these questions, sir? Loudoun County officials have gone to a lot of different countries, more than 8 of them, and if 7 News did not request through public records request how these elected officials spent tax dollars, the public probably still wouldn't know how their tax dollars were used on these lavish trips. Can you tell us your reaction to the Virginia State Police investigation into your travel?
Of course,
Chair Randall?
That's not real.
Have you chatted with this Virginia State Police?
Of course you know that's not.
According to sources familiar with the situation, it is true.
Well, but of course you know that's not real.
Have you chatted with the state police?
I have not, because that's not real.
Do you want to tell people why you upgraded your hotel room in Ghana? Did you repay the county for your bag access fee?
I think that the county's answered most of your questions.
So you did not repay the baggage fee? Ma'am, why are you walking away?
I'm focused today on our international exchange program for our economic diversity, agritourism, and our school system, which is going to have a...
What do you say to Loudoun County residents that say your trip to Uruguay was a waste of time and a waste of tax dollars?
Later.
The Loudoun County School Board voted 6-3 to shut off the cameras during public comment during school board meetings, which take place right here in Ashburn. Some in those communities believe that was a slap in the face, that you don't want what they have to say to get out in the press, covered by the media, or seen by other community members. So what do you tell your constituents when you chose to turn off cameras during public comment? Mr. McKay, do you have time to answer questions on the budget? It looks like you have time. Can you talk to us? Can he make 5 minutes to speak to us about the budget?
No.
He can't. Why?
No.
Okay, when's he coming out?
I don't know.
Is it the questions he's afraid of? According to my sources, the Fairfax County Commonwealth's attorney offered this plea deal to Juliana Perez Maglahays in exchange for her testimony against Brendan Banfield, who is accused of planning an elaborate murder plot to kill his wife. Theft offenses here at Burke Lake Park have nearly doubled. There's been reports of thieves coming to the parking lot here at Burke Lake Park, breaking into vehicles, stealing anything they can find, including wallets. This man has not been arrested once, not twice, but 5 times here in Fairfax County since April. Superintendent Scott Ziegler refuses to answer questions on camera regarding the scathing report.
We begin with a breaking news alert.
No one has been arrested yet. 4 people have been shot, 2 adults, 1 police officer, and a juvenile, a 15-year-old teenager. Yeah, 5 people were shot, 3 injured, 2 are dead, and this shooting happened about a block that way. Still police cars here, caution tape as well, and I want to show you how close this happened right next to a school. Take a look right there. This park in Centerville, Virginia used to be a plantation. It was owned by Robert Carter III. Come take a walk with me. We'll show you where these grave sites were found. We asked the acting superintendent several questions about student safety and how does he plan to dismantle the culture of fear that several teachers in Loudoun County say they're experiencing in this school system. In June, Loudoun County Chair Phyllis Randall and County Supervisor Sylvia Glass and Karan Sains flew to Ghana to sign a sister city partnership with the mayor of Tema. During their trip, 7 News uncovered the 3 elected officials stayed at a luxury 5-star resort that boasts 2 outdoor pools and being on a white sand beach. And the 3 elected officials racked up sky-high airline costs flying United Polaris business class round trip, which includes luxury bedding, slippers, skincare items, pajamas, lie-flat seats, and other amenities, and taxpayers paid for all of it. According to the county, Randall, Sains, and Glass's airline tickets all cost more than $7,300 each. Meanwhile, the current U.S. Secretary of Transportation often flies economy on commercial flights. 7 News asked Randall if her pricey taxpayer-funded airline travel is necessary.
Pete Buttigieg is not the chief elected official of the federal government. I am the chief elected official of the county.
Taxpayers also paid for Chair Randall's Chief of Staff, Matt Rogers, to fly United Polaris business as well as another county employee.
When you travel for 10 and a half hours and you land in the morning at 9 o'clock, which is what we did, you have to get off the plane ready to start business.
Randall claims her taxpayer-funded trips help attract businesses to Loudoun County. But according to the itinerary that 7 News obtained in an open records request, the elected officials and their staff spent most of their time seeing a school and cultural and historical sites frequented by tourists. Taxpayers also footed the bill for visas, vaccinations, and gifts to the people of Ghana, including lavender-infused candles, coins, crystal paperweights, custom flag lapel pins, and more. Taxpayers paid for Supervisor Sains' $200 bag overage fee on his way home. And taxpayers paid for a $2,200 ambassador reception for 30 people and a $336 dinner that a small group of people attended, including Randall's husband, according to documents 7 News obtained from the county.
My husband did not have a single penny of taxpayer money used on this trip. Not a single red cent.
I understand you upgraded your hotel room when you were in Ghana. Was it because he was with you?
No, it wasn't because he was with me. I often will have that hotel, the hotel room that I get. No.
Randall's hotel room cost more than twice as much after her upgrade. A day after our interview, Randall said she reflected on 7 News' question about the hotel room upgrade, and Randall told 7 News, quote, "The upgrade of the room was a luxury the county shouldn't have paid for, so I'm going to write a check to the county for the difference," unquote. This taxpayer-funded trip to Ghana cost more than $60,000. In Leesburg, Nick Minock, 7 News.
1102, cardiac arrest.
One by one,
Parkview High School.
multiple students overdosed, many involving fentanyl.
15-year-old male, possible overdose.
And the students attended the same high school.
Unconscious, not breathing.
7 News was the first to show how Loudoun County Public Schools knew about the overdoses for weeks and didn't tell parents about the string of student overdoses. Altogether, 11 Parkview High School students overdosed within an 8-week period. When we learned about what happened, 7 News pressed Loudoun County Superintendent Aaron Spence for answers.
Why did it take you so long to notify the public about fentanyl overdoses, sir? Why did
I'm
it
gonna-
take you so long?
Nick, we're not going to do this tonight. We're not going to have
I'm
this
asking you a
conversation the way
question.
we're having this conversation. We've had a conversation.
When are we going to have the conversation?
Put the camera away. You and I go sit down and have coffee, and we'll talk about your approach to journalism, Nick. Okay?
Why did it take you so long to notify the
gonna tell you
parents
again,
about the
you're
fentanyl
not gonna do
overdoses?
it.
You didn't know about the overdoses late September?
At the time, 7 News' reporting caught the attention of Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, who quickly signed an executive order ordering all Virginia schools to tell parents about school-connected overdoses within 24 hours. Our reporting is cited in the governor's order.
It only takes one pill to kill someone or one conversation to save a life.
1 year after the Parkview High School student overdoses, I sat down with the governor.
Since then, we've seen a big drop in a lot of areas of juvenile overdoses. Fairfax County, Arlington County, Alexandria, and Loudoun County, they've all seen dramatic drops in juvenile overdoses. Do you think this executive order and the increased awareness is helping?
Well, it's absolutely helping, and we're seeing it across the Commonwealth that First of all, families knowing what an overdose from fentanyl can do, which is kill you.
So far this year, Loudoun County and Fairfax County have seen a more than 70% drop in juvenile drug overdoses compared to last year. A 70% drop. And the city of Alexandria and Arlington County have seen an 80% drop in juvenile drug overdoses.
I think this executive order is a good one, and I think it is saving lives across Virginia.
Loudoun County Sheriff Mike Chapman was the person who blew the whistle about the string of student overdoses after LCPS didn't tell parents for weeks.
We went ahead and we put an announcement out when that happened, and that really did have an impact. I mean, and largely because of the work that you did, that had a major impact in the area, and people paid attention to it.
Chapman says Virginia lawmakers should pass a bill to require schools to notify parents within 24 hours of suspected student overdoses. That way, when a new governor comes in and potentially ends Youngkin's order, the 24-hour notice to parents will still be required.
Now, I'd love to have a final bill that demands this, and that's what we're working for.
And going forward,
When schools notify parents about student overdoses, do you think the school should be named? We know Fairfax County Public Schools does that. Others do too, like in Prince William County. But in some cases, Loudoun County does not. Do you think the school should be named?
I do think the school should be named. I think it's incredibly helpful for parents to know it's their school and that there is an issue with a potential shared counterfeit Percocet or Tylenol or Advil that is not what it's supposed to be in their school. And I think it's part of being transparent with parents and to make sure that they understand what's happening in their children's lives.
Nick Minock, 7 News. When the music starts at Freedom High School,
everybody follow me.
Yes, sir!
So do the lessons on leadership.
Does everybody understand what they need to do?
Yes, sir!
You know why?
Time management.
Tell me why you overplayed.
Practice.
When you are not available, you hurt us.
And a lot of lessons about life.
Now we have a foundation. The band is not just a class. It's not an ensemble. It's a lifestyle for us.
As the band director at Freedom High School, Thomas Thorogood has used his platform to prepare students for their futures.
As I explained to them, once you leave Freedom, all bets off. You know, tutoring that you get for free here, you won't get for free anymore. You know, a lot of our students are on free lunch. That time will pass once you leave out of the door. I'm not gonna fish for you, I'm gonna teach you how to fish. Once you leave out, it's gonna come out your pocket. And if you don't have it, let's use this instrument you've been playing on for 4 years to provide you the platform and the financial resources to get it done.
That encouragement and direction helped Kiara Jackson.
She had never played an instrument before. I was able to introduce her to tenor saxophone, later introduced her to bassoon, and all I did was introduce opportunities. So we talked about HBCUs.
And Kiara recently made history as the first female drum major at Norfolk State University.
And the band directors at Norfolk State, who are great visionaries, they kind of saw what I saw.
And Kiara sees how the life lessons she learned in this classroom are helping her today.
And he's also told us that life isn't always going to be easy.
It's a lesson Thomas learned at a young age.
My high school band director was the reason why I'm doing this. My father passed when I was 16, and he became that. So I think it's kind of...
And now, the tables...
It's built in.
...have turned.
Because the reason why I do it is because it was done for me. I used a lot of his teaching in my classroom now. Give me a little bit more heat. I've been very blessed.
It's a blessing he's trying to extend to his students and their families.
I understand the importance of students setting themselves up to not only better themselves, but help their families.
And his results, they speak for themselves.
About 85% or so of my band students who graduate from Freedom go to college.
In Woodbridge. Nick Minock.
And...
7 News.